and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than imagine. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set, 30 base. Watch the screen. Pass. Ready.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Hey, Haywood.
Second and 5. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
It's a game of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Yep. Hey, high 7.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. That one 28 yards on the ground. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defense is just...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
I got one. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Second and long. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A gain there of 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Here we go on second and 12. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's third down.
Ready? Hey, watch the slant. Look at me. Zipper. 6'6". Pull it high. Hey, Delta. 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go. Check. Crunch. Shoot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kareem Hunt, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did. There.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 11.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mark 15, Mark 15. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Real.
15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15.
My God.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Bush, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let him know.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Protein spill. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
36.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Without a doubt, the fade route is tough to stop if your wide receiver and quarterback are on the same page and the ball is placed in the proper spot.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good with
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run. This is Hunt. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Go! Smooth! Get it!
They run for it with Hunt. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Set. 70. Indy. X3. 218. Chopper.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
You gonna see me in your pistol. You gonna see me.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mayfield down. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
57, Mike, 57. It's our field.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, it's our house. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
They'll set up a throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Exit.
57. He don't know no better. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Five.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 3rd down gain of 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Topper.
They're not ready for this. They still.
This is Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Hey.
We own them. We own them. Shit. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Next to score, Steelers 28, Browns nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Hey, alert! Point it right.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey! Watch motion. Mike 15.
Mayfield looks to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would say...
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, orbit. Go, hit it.
Looking to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing set scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. off. Trying to get it to Landry there. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's caught. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
6-6, bullet high. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's get it. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Check, check. Lucky. Lucky. Lucky.
Hey, wahoo. Now.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Hard, hard. 5, 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Mike's 15. Mike's 15.
Hey, alert 33.
10. Under 10. 10.
Up, up.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Beckham. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Mayfield on 1st down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Finding room inside the 40. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Devin Bush, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Pistol. Hey, turn it up. Hey, Haywood.
Now Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated, the front and the back.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Hey, high 7.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bud Dupree, and this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Now they try the right side here. Able to fight through one tackle. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Back to throw here. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns' drive about to get started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12, and a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start the... And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On second down, Mayfield again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
70, Indy.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Come. Watch the safety creep.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who
Yeah.
had them. Hey, listen, give the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there,